to Becca's by the Bay. Oops, let me get this brighter. There we go. I'm Becca. I'm usually making soap. Today I'm not making soap. We spent the night at the beach, and it was a beautiful morning and beautiful evening, and a nice swim in this morning. This is a project I haven't finished, and I've been meaning to get it finished. What I did was, I think I got this from either eBay or Amazon. It's called Capital Ceramics, and it's Potter's Plaster. Sorry, it's Potter's or USG #1 Potter's Plaster High Strength 20 plaster scenery, dioramas, dentistry, mold castings. Also great for model railroads and gaming. This one's quick setting. Some of them are not as strong as this one, and it's kind of a, I think it says it's a 1-to-1 ratio mixing of water and your powder. This is kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio right here. What I did ahead of time was I got some, this is not the mold, I'm just going to grab this one as an example. Here's like a silicone mold I already have. So say I wanted to make more of these and not purchase them because these are $30 each, the mermaid ones. So what I did was I took just baby oil and a paintbrush, and I painted the inside just a thin coating of baby oil to help release it. And then I mixed up my plaster 1-to-1 ratio and had a little like little spatula, little whiskey thing from like Walmart that you can get for like 3 for $1. And then I poured these in, made sure it was on a flat level surface, and let it set up for 24 hours. And then the next day I molded them. So I'm at that point now. And you kind of, like, if it's very detailed like this, you want it to be kind of a thin plaster, and you want to tap, tap, tap out any air bubbles and make sure it's as level as possible. So I had some that were slightly over my mold. So I took a damp cloth and I was just wiping around the edges to make them smooth. And I noticed I have some like air bubble pockets, and I really want a smooth silicone mold that doesn't have all kinds of bubbles in it, so that everything looks nice and smooth. So what I'm doing is I mixed up a little bit looser formula of more than 1-to-1 ratio, and then I'm just kind of painting on my plaster, and then I'm wiping, not so much wiping it off, but I'm smoothing it out. Hopefully you can see. Smoothing it out any air bubbles. So if I have some bubbles, like a tiny bubble here, I know I'm a little OCD, but I want to be able to try to make really good molds and reuse these again. So that's what I'm up to today. So I'm probably going to let these sit overnight again to harden up. And after these dry for about another 24 hours so that they're nice and hard, what I did was we get wet dog food from HEB, whatever. If you have a good cardboard box, I used the easy packing tape, duct tape, and I don't know which would work better, if it would be the packing tape or duct tape would work better. I made sure I put it all along the bottom, all along the sides, and also around the outer corners. In the outer, I don't want any leakage, so I've got tape all on the outside corners and in the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some hot glue and glue these down and make sure that they're hot glued all around the edges, so I get a tight seal. I'm not going to be gluing the center, just the outer edges. And then glue them into place with the hot glue gun. And then I don't have enough for all the ones that I want to do, but I thought this was a good size box, and I'll put I can get 5 mermaids and a little camellia flower, and I think that's enough room to glue them down. And you want to make sure it's deep enough as well so that you can pour your silicone over the top and have it so that you have probably like half an inch, almost a half-inch thickness. So I will be doing a part 2 video of using Smooth On. I think I got this from Amazon. They had the best pricing with free shipping versus the original website. and it is A to B 1-to-1 mix of your silicone, and I believe it sets up in 24 hours. So I'll have to double check this one to read it again, but I believe this one's 24 hours. And I'll do a video showing you guys how that comes out, and then part 3 of what it looks like. So that's what I'm up to today. Just trying to make a few more molds because I don't really have enough, and I get people always wanting my mermaids, and I don't have enough money to buy, like, say I bought 6 of these. 6 times 30 is $180, give or take, if there's any shipping. That's a lot of cost. So this was, I believe this was 20 bucks. And I'm not sure how many molds it's going to make, but we're going to try and see how many we can get. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I have a bunch of these extra sour cream cups, and I'm not going to fill them up all the way, but I'm going to be gluing the hibiscuses to the bottom of these and making some round, individual round ones. And I'll show you guys how that comes out. So this is part 1 of 3 parts. I kind of already did the casting part because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. These are a little bit more detailed. I had a harder time. I don't know if you can tell. The center part, some of them broke off, so I don't know that I can't fix some of them. And it might just be worth it for me to order them from the person who makes them, because these were really detailed. But this one came out the best, and I'm going to try using it and see how it comes out in this one. So I will see you guys later. Have a beautiful weekend, and I may make soap later. I may, because we need to restock stuff. And if you haven't been to the Etsy shop, check it out. It's called Becca's by the Bay. We have lots of yummy, delicious goat milk soaps that are paraben-free and phthalate-free. And yes, we'll be doing some more videos like this, some different crafts and stuff like that. And I hope you guys like that. And I will be doing a tour of our tiny house and our gardens coming up soon. It's kind of hot out, and I've got a lot of things going on right here. But we will be doing a few more videos like that later on. So I'll talk about organizing storage in a small home and things like that. So I hope you guys like that, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye!